Okay, so recording has started. As I said, we are long here from here yesterday and from here the day before yesterday, banked a lot. No waiting for a new pullback with a setup, and we will take a long either on the 68, 660, 640 FIB. So that's the first level where we could look for it. And we have there at the same time the 4-hour 2021 in May. So that can be a good area with the daily open just above it. The next one, of course, will be the 61.8. It's here. And then we have the daily 50%. The daily 50% has been used by the market. You see, we have been turning around, and even, of course, the 38 and the 38 here has together the 50%. So we have the 38 ABC up, the 50% of the big red ABC down. This is a down ABC where we are pulling back, bouncing to be exact inside it. So I'm still looking for a break and the daily close above this 38 to 76% FIB area. That's what we want to see. So we want to see a break of that area and a daily close, ideally a weekly close above it. If we look at the weekly candles, just to take a little bit of distance with what we have now. So we look like to have a green weekly close this week. We had a weak candle here. We are in an area where the Euro USD is exhausted, so it needs to bounce. It can still, on any big Fed or big data thing, look for this level here, as I have said a lot. So we have here the big 76.40, the big 61.8 here. So this area will be the target on the downside if we would drop to be long hardly at this level. But for that, we need something to happen, an event or data or anything. So today, as I said, what would be nice is to see a pullback in the morning to the 61.8, even lower. That would be very nice, because that would just be taking stops, shaking and scaring a little bit the longs, and then we could go up till probably the end of month. On the upside, once we will have closed weekly and daily above the 38.2, we will look for the 236 at 1.017, sorry, and then we would keep on going up with the level we have mentioned, with the next big target, which is 103.74 here, which is what we look for, probably for another short, because everybody will try to get short here, because it's a long-term support, and more important than that, it's a huge, enormous 61.8 of a quarterly ABC down. So that's where we are for now. Not a lot more to say. We have several events today. I posted them already in the Twitter feed. Let's have a look at I will put the charts here. That will be easier, so I don't need to change the sharing screens. Thanks to Jonathan, that is always doing the job to confirm that we have it. So please let me know if you can well see the Dixie chart now. It should be okay, but a yes on the chat room would be great. So where are we? Thank you, man. Where are we now? We see the Dixie is on the 50%. It's bouncing a little bit, which is what we are starting to see at the same time here with the Euro USD that is pulling back. That's why I banked more of my last long of yesterday. So as I said, we look for some bounce of this Dixie. Where can we go? We can go to the 61.8 here. We can go to the 61.8 inside FIB there where we stop, or the weekly open as we did. You see, yesterday we had a very, let's say, some bullish data on on the USD yesterday afternoon, well, from my time, and we had this move up. I was thinking, honestly, we would go a little bit higher, and I was even hoping we would go a little bit higher to this fib or to this quarterly order block again, or even in a craziness, touch this one. That is what I would like to have seen touch to get with a bigger long Euro USD, short USD at this level. But we don't have done that yet. So perhaps it can happen today, who knows? We are in end of month flow, so everything is possible. We can see extreme move, and we can see extreme move in the end of month flow will be half an hour, starting half an hour before London fixed time. So we have time for that. It's in several hours from now. But any push to this area, that one, the trend line, and or this one-to-one extension would be just marvelous. I'm not short Euro USD at this level. I said it yesterday already. There is no setup to do that. So that's what we can say about Dixie. On the downside, the big mama, the next big mama support is this one, the 88.6 fib at 107.30, let's say 107.30. So that's where we could see a bounce from when we would get there, unless, of course, it happens inside the end of month flow. So inside the end of month flow, don't try to catch anything, just look and enjoy your trade that will be profitable. And if you have no trade, you just wait for tomorrow to do anything. So, and on top of that, we have on Friday, the NFP, we have a lot of things coming next week with ECB. Probably ECB will hike 75 points, which is, I think, likely to happen. Perhaps we could even have a bigger thing like 100 points. I think that will happen due to the inflation and all what we see here. So all the world is running after inflation. Putin has won this part of the war, because since the beginning he said Occidental countries are doing something stupid and they will have to face strong inflation. If you look at my tweets, I think it was when the war started in February or March, I pointed that out very strongly, because I think that was right. I don't say he was right to do what he did, to clear things, but when European countries and American, I mean, Occidental economies decided to make some economical aggression or economical attack to Russia, to say they will kneel Russia and everything, it was clear it was not going to happen. So, and that's what is happening now. And it was clear that would start to make an energy problem all over the world, even for people who are producing oil, like USA, with the price going up like crazy. On the gas in Europe, some countries have seen the gas price going up 80%, which is huge. People will have to pay, just to let you know, I think it's in Belgium, around 10,000 euro a year of gas. That's absolutely crazy. So they have played with the fire and they lost. When I say that, I speak about European, Occidental economies trying to make economical sanction to Russia, and that was not the good way to do it. Of course, they had to do something. Of course, that is not normal. Of course, they have no right to do what they are doing, Russia. But the way we thought we would kneel the Russian economy was absolutely stupid. So that is just an alert on the Euro USD, because it's now going a little bit lower. So we start to have some long alerts, but I will wait a little bit more I think, before doing anything. So let's go on this one. I can move it here. We have now the panel alerts, the panel health of the market. So this is the 7 period. Okay, we have still the same. You see, we have the 4 hour that went up yesterday. We had the pullback, and then we are going up again. We are arriving, as I said yesterday already, near some tops here, suggesting fuel is accumulating for a correction. Same thing on the 1 hour right now. It was a little bit the same on the 15 minute, and the 5 minute is now down because we are starting to pull back. So this one should follow, and this one should follow. When they will all be aligned, it will be a great long entry with, of course, the most important here, which is this price 6 indicator. We know we have here monthly, weekly behind the daily. The 4 hours already posted a signal yesterday, should post another one soon. The 1 hour has a signal, and the 15 minute has a signal too. So as I said, I'm not willing to short it now. I prefer to wait, even if it drops 90 pips, I don't mind. I prefer to wait, especially today with end of month flows. I prefer to wait to be on my long side. If we break the lows on the Euro USD, that's fine. I will get a better entry on the long side, and I would be very happy. The month was great. We have nice profit in the pocket, banked. So it's not time for me to give back the money, with especially doing a trade against what I think is the side where we have the fuel behind. Okay, so this one has not changed. The other one, I mean, the volume health, the volume momentum, we know where we are. We know we can see some pullback, but on extreme moves, these things, especially on end of month, those things can very well stay on the upside for the whole day and even arrive to some extreme levels. You can see that, like, for example, here, price was keeping on the upside, and this indicator was stick there. So it's very important to be careful now and to look at what we want. What I want on my side is to get long. I want a 15 minute and a 5 minute. For now, the price 6 is not ready yet. It could be ready soon, and we will see what happens before the London Open. So the London Open is about in 1 hour now. We could have a push down, which would be great before the London Open, or before the time channel that is starting a little bit later. Time channel, just to remember everybody, is starting at 7:30. That's something I have not invented, but I have seen. I mean, this is an area where Euro USD and USD have some very repeated pattern or action. So 7:30, in many occasions, we see a turn, and the time channel start at 7:30 GMT till 8:30 GMT. And generally, when we have a strong move till 7:30 and a turn at 7:30 GMT, we see the turn move keeping on even at the end of the time channel. So for today, I just wait to get long, 15 minute and 5 minute confirmation, and that's what we will get there. I will post them, of course, and we have already seen the levels where we want, because we don't want only to get a signal, but we want to get a signal and ideally a confluence with a resistance on Dixie. That's the best thing to get, like 61.8 here or something like that. And at the same time, of course, we want to have a good level on the Euro USD itself. So that's all about what we do every day. Level on Dixie, ideally confluence of level on Euro USD first, confluence of level on Dixie, and of course the magic signal from the setups that tells us momentum is exhausted. We can expect a reaction. So if you have any question, let me know. I will answer right now. If that's not the case, then we will just keep on working as we did, and we keep in touch through the through the Twitter feed. So have a nice day. I think I could make an intraday update again today. That could happen. So have a nice day, and probably we will see each other in the next update, intraday update, around midday or just before the New York Open later, or this morning if we would have a big flush this morning. Okay, bye-bye everybody.